welcome to my new apartment. I moved. I was gonna do a moving vlog and it was gonna be so cute. And then the move got really stressful. It's like my 4th time moving and it was still more stressful than I imagined it would be. This was a bigger move than the rest. I did move states. I am in Colorado now, which is exciting for me. I have lived somewhere where it's always been hot most of the year. No snow. Maybe it snowed like once when I was growing up, but that's it. No snow. So here it's actually cold. It's crazy. It's gonna snow at some point this year, at multiple points this year. That's besides the point. But I am here now. I'm almost all the way moved in. My closet's done, kitchen's done, everything else is done. My bedroom's almost done. The only thing it's missing are my books, which I did bring my books. They're just in boxes. There's one box right there, but most of them are in the living room. It is time to put them away. And I'm really, really excited because we went to IKEA and I got a bookshelf. I've had bookshelves in the past. I had bookshelves at my parents' place, and then I had like kind of a bookshelf, but we used it as a TV stand too. And it was like one of those Kallax shelves that had the cubes. It didn't feel like a real bookshelf, but now I have a real bookshelf. I went to IKEA and I got the Billy bookshelf. So I'm really, really excited to set that up and put away my books and make it look super, super cute. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing in today's video, is setting up the new bookshelf, organizing it, giving you a mini bookshelf tour, maybe. Not that there's much to tour. I'm really, really excited. So we're probably just gonna dive right in and build the bookshelf. Hopefully I don't disturb my neighbors too much. Let's do this thing. We have shelves. Yay. Took at least an hour. This is my petition for IKEA to actually make the shelves all be the same height, because now 4 of them are the same height and then 2 are different. Why? It wasn't as painful as I thought it would be. It was a little bit painful. Anywho, means it's time for the most exciting part, the books. Yay. The shelf somewhat organized now. I'm kind of struggling because I don't love it. I don't love the organization. Because right now I have all of my fantasy up here, then sci-fi, then romance, and then mysteries and just literary fiction. And then down here is my TBR shelf, and it is overflowing. And then that's like nonfiction and my puzzles and stuff. What do I do about the TBR shelf? I don't like that it's like overflowing. I mean, I could consolidate this shelf and then move it up there. I don't know. I also have a bunch of like my craft stuff for my reading journal and whatnot that needs to be put away, and I was thinking maybe putting it on the shelf. I don't know, but that's where we're at now. It's somewhat done. Yay. This is really awkward because my boyfriend's recording me, so bear with that. But I think I finally decided on my final setup for the shelves, at least for now. Spoiler alert, no TBR cart. I know, heartbreaking. In lieu of a TBR cart, we have 2 TBR shelves. I have it divided by sections right now, by genres. So this is the mystery thriller type genre. All of this is literary fiction. I really need to read more of that. Down here, this is still a little bit of like literary fiction, and then sci-fi, romance, and then fantasy. And then this is just my July TBR. And then down at the very bottom, I have a lot of writing things and nonfiction stuff, and then all my puzzles. That bottom shelf doesn't really count. It's a mix of read and not read. But those are my 2 TBR shelves for now. They have no room to grow, which is motivation for me not to buy any more books. However, all my read shelves do have room to grow, which is motivation for me to read. So far, I only have 3 genres on the shelves: fantasy, sci-fi, and romance. With my fantasy shelf, I have the Caraval trilogy, Powerless, which is the first book in, I think it's going to be a trilogy by Lauren Roberts. I have the Divine Rivals duology, which was a 5-star read for me. I love these books. And then I have the first 2 books in the Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarros. Those were also really great reads, by the way. And then I have a sci-fi section. Most of these I shouldn't say most. I've read. Some I've read. I've read these 3, which is The Mortality Doctrine by James Dashner. And then I have the Maze Runner series by James Dashner, which I've also read. And then I have the Maze Cutter, which I saw at Barnes & Noble and was really intrigued about how he was going to continue on in the Maze Runner series. It's not the same series, it's just like in the future. I have the Michael Vey series by Richard Paul Evans, which is a young adult sci-fi. Well, these are all young adult sci-fis. Literally all the sci-fis I own are young adult. I've read the first 3 books. I'm working on the 4th one, and then all I have left are these ones. These are my 2 little lonely literary fiction books that I have kept. This is the Illuminae Files. I have read the first 2 books. I have not gotten to the last book, but because it's part of a series that I have read, I want to keep it on the shelf, keep it with the rest of its series. Speaking of Illuminae, Illuminate light, I have a whole bunch of little book related lights. They are actually adorable. And then just a small reading light for the car. And then my romance shelf, I think my favorite shelf, not how it looks, but just my favorite books are on this shelf. I have a whole bunch of journals and my calendar, my little tabs, and of course my Kindle. And then the queen herself, Emily Henry. All her books are right here, and I'm hoping she writes more so I can keep adding to the stack. Just a mug full of pens, my cute little mug. A few different romances on this shelf. I have the Magnolia Parks Universe, I think it's called. I don't know. I read the first book. Daisy Hates is on my TBR shelf. And then I have the American Royal series. I've read 3 out of 4 books. I need to get the last one. And then The French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I actually have the whole trilogy, but I brought the last 2 books back to my parents' place because I don't like them as much as I love this book. And then I have The Dead Romantics and The 7 Year Slip by Ashley Poston. Love these books. Not 5-star reads, but pretty darn close. And then I have the first 2 books in the Chestnut Springs series by Elsie Silver. Again, love those books. So yeah, those are my shelves right now. Hopefully these sections start to look a little bit more full as these dwindle. This is my shelf for now. I hope you guys like it. I think I like it, but it will probably be the background for almost all my videos. So I hope you guys enjoy looking at it. Anywho, thanks so much for watching, and I guess I will see you in the next video.